Welcome back to Memory Lane. In our last video, we took a nostalgic walk through 10 essential items from the Michi 90s that now feel like charming relics. But as you know, the 90s didn't stop there. So today, we invite you to take another stroll with us through more objects, more memories, and more moments that defined a decade we'll never forget. Let's start with AOL CDs. If you had a mailbox in the 1990s, you had a collection of these shiny, colorful discs. America Online seemed to send them to every address in the country, sometimes weekly. They promised hundreds of free hours online and came in every color and design you could imagine. Some people even started collecting them. At one point, these CDs were everywhere, in cereal boxes, magazines, even stuffed inside your Sunday paper. Most of us never used them all, but they were a sign of a digital gold rush, a time when the internet was still new, and You've Got Mail was the highlight of your day. Then there was Windows 95. It wasn't just an operating system, it was a national event. People lined up outside stores to buy it. Families gathered around the computer as if it were a new TV show. That startup sound, it became instantly iconic. For many of us, Windows 95 was our introduction to personal computing. It brought the start menu, the taskbar, and a new sense of what was possible. It made us feel like we were stepping into the future, one pixel at a time. Of course, if you were a kid or teen, your favorite tech might have been your Game Boy Color. Small, chunky, and perfectly pocket-sized, it gave you the power to take gaming wherever you went. Whether it was Pokemon, Tetris, or Super Mario, those tiny screens held entire worlds. You had to squint, maybe even sit by a lamp at night just to see. But we didn't care. We were immersed. And yes, the batteries ran out fast, but that's why we carried extras in our backpacks, right next to our pencil cases and snacks. And speaking of being on the go, remember the Trapper Keeper? Bright colors, Velcro flaps, wild patterns that looked like they belonged in a sci-fi movie. It wasn't just a school supply, it was a fashion statement. If you had a Trapper Keeper, you were ready to organize your homework, store your notes, and flash just a little bit of personality during math class. Some even came with built-in calculators or clear windows to display your favorite band sticker. It made school just a bit more fun. Now, let's talk snacks, because no trip through the 90s would be complete without Lunchables. These little plastic trays were a child's dream, and a parent's shortcut. Crackers, cheese, little slices of meat, sometimes even a tiny dessert. Opening one felt like unboxing a treasure. You traded with friends, you compared contents, and on special occasions you might even get the pizza one with that tiny red stick to spread the sauce. Were they healthy? Not really. But they made lunch exciting in a way that a sandwich just couldn't. If you had a younger sibling, or were one, you probably remember the Tickle Me Elmo craze. In 1996, this giggling red furball became a phenomenon. Parents camped out for it. Stores sold out within minutes, and those who got one, instant heroes. Elmo didn't do much. He laughed, shook a little, and said his name, but that was enough. His laugh was contagious. His popularity was unmatched. And for a moment, he was the most important toy in the world. And then came Y2K, the digital doomsday that never was. As the millennium approached, people worried that computers wouldn't know how to handle the year 2000. Banks, planes, power grids, everything was supposedly at risk. People stockpiled canned food, filled their bathtubs with water, and waited for the lights to go out. But when midnight struck, the world kept turning. Most of us just laughed and went back to our parties. Still, for a brief time, it brought people together, in anxiety, in preparation, and in celebration when nothing happened. In our bedrooms, hanging on the wall, was often a poster of your favorite boy band or movie. Maybe it was NSYNC, maybe it was Titanic, or maybe it was the X-Files. Posters were personal. They were how we declared who we were, what we loved, and what we believed in. You got them from magazines or the mall, and carefully stuck them up with tape or thumbtacks, often creating a collage of dreams and idols that watched over you every night. Then there were the phone cords. Long, curly, and stretched all the way down the hall as you tried to have a private conversation. If you were lucky, your house had a cordless phone. If not, you paced the kitchen while trying to avoid anyone listening in. Calling someone's house was nerve-wracking. You might get their mom. You might get a sibling, and leaving a message on the answering machine? That took courage. Finally, let's not forget the heart of every living room, the big boxy TV, heavy as a small refrigerator, with a screen that curved outward and channels you had to flip through one at a time. We watched Saturday morning cartoons, after-school specials, and taped sitcoms. You couldn't just stream your favorite episode, you had to be there when it aired. And when it ended, you waited all week for the next one. That anticipation, that shared experience, it's something today's instant viewing just can't replicate. These objects, the AOL CDs, the Game Boys, the phone cords and TVs, weren't just things. They were markers of a time, of a way of life that was a little slower, a little simpler, and maybe in some ways a little more magical. We didn't have all the answers, we didn't have everything on demand, but we had moments, real, tangible, unforgettable moments that shaped who we are today. So what memory came rushing back for you? Was it the hum of your computer booting up, the taste of a cold Lunchable, or the thrill of catching a rare Pokemon under a streetlight? Let us know in the comments. Share your favorite 90s moment and help us keep these memories alive. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this, because here on Memory Lane, every memory still matters. And sometimes the things we leave behind are the ones we remember most